Why bats don't come out in the day. A long time ago, the bats used to fly with the birds in the daytime. Bat is not a bird, but, they thought he was all right. And the bat was a little funny. He would go left and right, up and down, round and round and round, left and right, up and down, round and round and round. The way he was flying was so funny. But anyway, the birds thought he was all right. Now, one day, oh no, the earth was dry. The earth was dry. There was no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain? The birds were crying. It was too dry. There was no water in the rivers. There was no water in the lakes. No water in the ponds. And there was no more food for the animals. So the birds and the bat came together and they sat down and they said, we have to do something. We have to get the rain. Now they said, who can bring the rain? The sparrow said, oh, I'm so small. And the owl said, oh, I only can fly in the night. And every bird had a problem. And then they said, well, why not ask that bat? He is small, he is smart. Me? Smart, said the bat. Yeah, you can do it. And the bat said, all right. And there he went, left and right, up and down, round and round and round, left and right, up and down, round and round and round. And he went to the moon. And he says, moon, the earth is right, the earth is right, there is no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain? And the moon, she was so nice and so kind. And he said, well, little bat, moons don't bring the rain. You have to go and ask the stars. And the bat said, thank you, moon. And there he went, left and right, up and down, round and round and round. And he went to the stars. Ooh, the stars were not like the moon. The stars were grumpy. And the little bat said, the earth is dry, the earth is dry, there is no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain? And the stars, they said, we don't have time, we don't have time. Go away. Go and ask the clouds and hear what they have to say. So the little bat went left and right, up and down, round and round and round, and they went to the clouds. Oh, those clouds were big and heavy. And the little bat said, clouds, the earth is dry, the earth is dry, there is no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain? And the clouds, they said, we can do that, we can do that, ask the wind to blow, so that we can go. So the little bat, he started to fly left and right, up and down, round and round and round, and he went to the shoo, 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 the wind. And he said, wind, the earth is dry, the earth is dry, there is no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain? And the wind said, he fell asleep. It was not the wind's time to blow. And the little bat was thinking, who can I ask to help to bring the rain? And he looked up, and there he saw the sun. So he flew up, and he went left and right, up and down, round and round and round. And the little bat went up to the sun. And he said, "Sun, the earth is dry, the earth is dry, there is no water on the plain. Can you help us? Can you help us bring the rain?" And the sun said, "Oh, my little bat, I can do that. But promise me one thing. You will make a beautiful nest for me to sleep in a tree at night." And the bat said, "Don't worry, my friends are the birds. They will help you. We'll make a beautiful nest for us. Please bring the rain." And the sun said, "Okay." And the little bat, he was so happy. Yes, there's going to be rain. And he quickly flew to all the birds, left and right, up and down, round and round and round. And he said, "Birds, birds, the sun will bring the rain. But you have to make a beautiful nest in the tree for the sun to sleep at night." And the bird said, "Oh yes, we will do that. We'll make a big nest with feathers and soft branches and grass, and the sun will rest very well in the tree." And the next day, there was rain. There was rain. The grass was growing in the plain, and the leaves and the fruits were coming in the trees. And the bats and the birds, they were all so happy. But the bat said, "Hey, birds, how about the nest for the sun?" And the birds, they said, we are busy, we don't have time." But since we promised the sun, and you promised me. And the bird said, we will do it tomorrow." But they didn't do it tomorrow. And they didn't do it tomorrow's tomorrow. And they never did it. Every day the sun goes up. He looks around. Where is my nest? Where is my nest? And then he goes down. And the next day he comes again. And he looks and he looks. Where is my nest? And then he goes down. And the bat, every day he looks at the sun, looking for his nest. And the bat hides. And that's why the bats never came out again in the daytime. They don't want the sun to see the bats again. And at night, when they sing very softly. You cannot hear it. Left and right, up and down, round and round. But you know, they are so ashamed because they promised and they didn't do it. The end.